Well, hello, folks. We didn't schedule this, so we are going to give a few minutes to let anybody show up. Where are you going?
Mom, we're starting.
So, she had to go let Mom know that we were starting. I'm going to go ahead and pop this chat out so that if anybody does join, we can just get right into it. Sales have been picking up for me. I do not know if it's see, there you are. Hello, Mario. Florida's hidden treasures. Hey Relic Picker, thanks for jumping in. Tonight we're covering what we have sold. Izzy has a couple of sales that she's going to cover on her relatively new account. I'm going to go close that out so you're not watching yourself on TV or on the computer. But as I was going through, I just wanted to make sure there's a couple items here that I did take offers on. I just wanted to make sure that I was, I got this right. Yes, there were two that I did take. And there was let's just jump right into it. It's not going to be this huge amount. I mean, you know, I did go through a lull where I wasn't listing as much. I started listing daily now. So sales have been picking up, and I've picked up some decent items that I really wanted to share. Howdy, Comfortable Life. Thanks for jumping in. So without further ado, I am Rod. I'm a part-time reseller. I do have a full-time job. My wife and I own an ice cream truck business. And we... hello, Kat. Thanks for jumping in. Hello, Crosswalk Association. And I do this for fun. I enjoy doing it, but it also gives me something that I might fall back on in the event that I ever lose my job and I need to help supplement our household income. So I do resell on eBay. I do some on Poshmark, Etsy. I don't touch those a ton. I do have things listed on there, but I'm not completely active. To be honest with you, as a full-time or as a part-time reseller, I find that I just don't want to make the social aspect of it. I don't want to put a lot of time into that. So I know a lot of people do sell on those platforms. I just find that eBay has been more successful for me. I also do merch by Amazon. Am I huge into that? Wrong account. What do you mean, never more antiques, John? Are you meaning you didn't jump on your troll account so that you can troll me this evening? Anyway, merch by Amazon. I have an account. I have shirts listed. I sell probably a shirt every 1 or 2 weeks. You know, once every 2 weeks or so. Nothing huge. There are a lot of people that do make it on merch, but it is a tough game, and you do have to put time into it. Anybody that tells you that that's another form of passive income, you have to put a lot of time up front before it becomes a passive income. It is a passive income if you consider, but the last 3 months it's done me maybe $15 in royalties. So, but I do enjoy doing it. If I ever think of a t-shirt design, I'm going in a GIMP and putting a design together, throwing it up on Amazon, so hopefully one sells. Yes, the Max shirts. I have shirts with Max or little Shorky on them, and those are the ones that sell. Imagine that. So Max is he's a star in his own right. Izzy, she's on summer break right now, but she has a goal. What's your goal?
What's my goal?
You want to go to space camp.
Oh.
We thought she had a goal, but evidently she doesn't. She about a month ago, you said you wanted to go to
Space camp.
Space camp. So she's trying to play shy in front of the camera. So her goal is to earn enough money to pay for her portion to space camp because she wants to do family space camp.
I think I already have all the money.
You think you already have all the money?
Yeah, because
not off of eBay, but she is selling on. She did start selling on eBay, and she's been pretty much killing it with her account. So she's got a couple sales she's going to cover today as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I picked up a bunch of these snow globes, and I probably paid, I have about $1 in them. maybe $1.50 if I remember right. This is not something that I would recommend buying. They're Disney snow globes. They're just very long tail, and it takes those collectors that are really wanting globes. This is far away from home. What does that mean? Am I making a mistake? Did I make a mistake somewhere, John? So anyway, I saw this one for $9.99 plus shipping, and it went in a flat rate envelope. What's up, Redneckerson's Resales? Hope everything's going good for you. Thanks for jumping in this evening. So yeah, little snow globe. I mean, it still had its original styrofoam container. It's a limited edition Disney Characters Holiday. Pretty much, I think, if anything says limited edition, it's probably gonna not do the best or as well as you think it's going to be. So me personally, I'm starting to stay away from anything that says limited edition. I have limited edition dolls, I have limited edition snow globes, and I've been sitting on them for a long time. Oh, no, Space Camp is far away from home. Yes, but it's going to be out of this world for what I understand. So, yeah, this one, I would say this is a no-low. Because it's going to take up space and sit on your shelf or some. My no-low is an opposite of bolo, by the way. Here's some Tootsie Toy airplanes. I think, these would do really well, but I think you got to watch for age. These particular ones are newer versions, and that's why I put them up to auction starting at $5, and I did get my one bid. And those came in a lot. I probably had, I mean, if you average everything out on that lot, if she gets them sells up, she can go full-time resale. No! She is not going to go, no. I do it. I got her involved. She wanted to raise some money. I just want to teach her the value of money, and that we're trying to raise this one up and steer away from this self-entitled atmosphere or attitude that a lot of youth have today. But disagree or agree, but that's we're just trying to teach her the value of money and how money is actually made or can be made. Oh. I am so sorry. Let's go back. This is the snow globe. You didn't miss much here. Just a small snow globe packed in a flat rate envelope, $9.99 plus shipping. And thanks for letting me know, Margot. Yeah. Easy cat. That's Mom, by the way. These are the little airplanes. There is a huge collector market for these, but these go back quite a ways as far as years, and these are just, I think, newer versions. I think that's why they didn't draw much attention. But I got $5. I probably had pennies in them. Hey, what's up, Rise and Grind Picker? What's up, Shane? Thanks for jumping in. So this, if you can find the older Tootsie Toy cars and planes, they're just little bitty die casts. I would say pick them up. I have not determined what is the kicker on which ones are worth more and which ones, or how to tell the age on them. So that will come later after I do a little bit more research. But they went pretty quick. I mean, I got in this huge auction mode. What's up going on, Grumpy? Hope your evening's doing great. You guys may remember seeing this. I put mid-century vintage wall lamp sconce. This was actually a pretty cool lamp. I thought it was anyway. It did have this fiberglass change his name to Rockstar Rise and Grind Picker. But I love this lamp, and I probably had, I want to say I picked it up for maybe $1 or $2, but I plugged it in, just kind of showed that it did work. And this was all wood. I don't know, I get into all this old stuff. Did not have an age on it, but it went pretty quick, and it sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Just making sure I'm keeping up. Okay, next I picked these up at a garage sale. One day I took one of our drivers downtown. It was supposed to be a community garage sale downtown, or downtown garage sale, but Izzy actually starts school the end of this month. Though, is it the week before? Kat, you can jump in. It's either I want to say it's the week before Labor Day, so I don't know if I don't know what day Labor Day falls on. It might be the 2nd or the 3rd. I don't know. It's either the end of jumping ahead there. It's either the end of the last week of August or the first week in September. But I took one of our ice cream trucks downtown with one of our drivers so she could sit. When a garage sale wanted us to come down there and sell ice cream, and they were going to guarantee to buy. They were paying us a certain amount just to sit there. Anyway, I decided, you know what? There's supposed to be a lot of garage sales down there. I'm going to go find them, and I was going to walk. That was the biggest mistake ever. Fat man here walking all over that area, and it was probably, it was a huge area, and the houses aren't like super packed together. I think I probably put a good 5 to 7 miles in that day and hit very few sales. This was the one that was actually where the truck was parked, and so as I was coming back, I said, I'm going to go through their stuff one more time. And I think I gave $3 or $4. I got 2 t-shirts. I got these pencil sharpeners. Everything was still new. Evidently the husband was from England, and these are stuff that he had brought over. So the packaging in it wasn't the greatest condition. The plastic was a little off, but everything was in there. It was complete and sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And I should just stop saying plus shipping, because I charge shipping on just about everything. This is probably one of my best deals or sales this week. I picked up this painting for, I believe it was $29. I think this one was $30 after it's all said and done. $30 to $35, if my memory serves me. And I ended up taking an offer on this. And I'm trying to remember what I had that. I just had that up just to make sure. Yeah, I took an offer of $140. So this was actually, it was an oil painting. It was signed, and DC Stork, I believe. I found out that he is an artist from Spokane, Washington. It was titled, I don't know if you can see the title. No, it's not showing. The Coming of the White Man. You can see the Indian up here on their horses looking over off that butte to the wagon trail off there to the right. It was a pretty cool painting. It did need cleaning, which I did put in there. 1945 sign painting by BC Stork of Spokane, Washington. Gave the title, the size. And I said the back of the painting does appear to have some moisture damage. What does not appear to bleed, but does not appear to bleed through the painting. And I'll show you where that was. You can see all the moisture up there in the corners. Yeah, this was a great sale for me. So I was pretty stoked about this one. One of the first paintings that I've sold. I actually picked this one up at auction. But I know John at Nevermore Antiques. Go check his videos out. He does quite a few. He finds quite a few paintings, even, or prints and stuff at Goodwills and other thrift stores, and does pretty well with them as well. So yeah, I am no painting expert at all, but I just thought it was cool and thought it was well worth the money, so I took a shot on it. Not very many. I think there was one comp out there for it. This was another decent sale for me. I actually took an offer on this. I paid $3. It was a old Apollix Imperial Transistor portable reel-to-reel. I did not get the $119.99. I took an offer of $75. I had $3 in it. The thing on this one it was this reel right here on the on the right. It did not turn on it on its own. There was I did when I posted these videos. If you ever watch Lonnie over at Garage Flips, he puts the videos. This just happened to be one of the ones I put in the listing, and I think I have the sound muted on this, so it's not going to. Basically, I just told exactly what was
What we have here is a.
Oh, I guess I don't have the volume down.
Paul X model RA20.
So basically, I just went through everything it did. It did play, and I showed exactly right here in the video. I showed myself actually turning it so I could get it to play, and I was very happy with a $3 investment, accepting the $75 offer, especially when it was going to need some work to be repaired anyway. Here is a pig I picked up at a thrift store, I believe Goodwill. Izzy laughs, nods her head and laughs back there. This was I want to say it was a Gund. Yeah, it was a 1984 Gund pig. This was a pretty cool pig. I mean, it was like this big. And I actually I shoved it in a poly bag, and then Isabel's like, "Are you sure it's going to fit in that box?" I put it in an 8x8x8 box. I said, "You know what? It's plush." I said, as soon as he gets out of that box, he's going to fight for his way back into shape, and he'll spring right back where he was originally. Ended up getting $24.99 plus shipping on this, and shipping was fairly inexpensive. I think it did end up going first class. I bought all these Christmas Village houses and pieces. So I started putting some of these smaller pieces together, and put them on for $4 to $8 for just the figurines. And this particular one, Santa's Workbench Christmas Village accessory, $4.99 plus shipping. They're ecstatic to get it. Talked about how awesome my shipping was, my packing was, and how it was packed with care. And those are pretty much canned, I think. But anyway, speaking of cans, as we go right into a Pure Energy 3000 PSI 48 CU paintball air tank. What do I know about paintball? Well, this one made me money. I bought this in a lot. I think I paid $7 for 3 of them. Does that sound about right? And I ended up putting them up to auction. I actually sold 2 of them. One person didn't pay for the other one, so I went and pulled it off of my sold video, and I have to relist that. I've got an open item case open for it, and I just took every picture that I could think of just to show any type of scuffs, damages. I did include this particular picture right here. If you look right there, it's missing a plug there. And I did include that, missing 1 screw plug. See images, you'll see right there. Always, always, always make sure that you're covering any flaws, scrapes, scuffs, anything that could cause the buyer to not be satisfied with their purchase when they receive it and return. Because I do free returns. $8. I put this one to auction, got one bid, $8. I was happy with that. It went within a week. This is out of that lot from last week's auction haul, and I can't even remember what I paid for it. I don't think I have my invoices sitting here. I want to say the whole box was probably $7. That seems like a common charge that I get charged for these, that I win these boxes at. In that box, I had some, I don't know, you could probably see some of the Funko. Basically, I got some Star Wars figures back there that came out of Loot Crate. If you're not familiar with Loot Crate, it is a gamer's monthly subscription where you get boxes every month, and you get stuff that's related to gaming. This particular one was not Loot Crate, but this is why I purchased it. it would have gotten a lot higher price, but the gun on this left-hand side, one of the straps was broken, and the guy over here on the right, he should be holding a sniper rifle, and he was missing that sniper rifle and a hand. So I did make sure to cover it in the pictures, and I did put far right soldiers missing sniper rifle. I should have probably mentioned the hand. I put it up to auction, got 2 bids at $15.50 plus shipping.
I can't believe you did not include that the hand is missing.
I know. This is in the box, that same box with those Tootsie airplanes, Tootsie toys were. So it was just thrown in there. I said, you know what? Normally I would not pick this up, but it came in an auction lot that I had. So I went ahead. It's a Pro Staff 2010 ball bearing drive Daiwa. No, this is Zebco. And, you know, nothing to write home to mom about unless she really loves fishing. And sold that for $8 plus shipping. Went out in just a poly mailer first class. Going on, I probably sold this for too cheap. I picked this up last weekend at the estate sale, and it was a Commodore 128 troubleshooting repair.
128.
128. What'd I say?
120.
Oh, Commodore 128 troubleshooting and repair manual or book, and it was in great condition. There was some scuffing down at the bottom, but just because, you know, it being Commodore related, I think that helped. Sold really quickly at $19.99 plus $317. Well, no, this is never the shipping. When you see these on these listings, this is never the shipping cost. That's how much it would cost to get to me. Just if you're ever curious, when you're looking at these sold listings, it all automatically adjusts to the shipping cost of your location. Man, I was so glad to get rid of these. This was pretty sad. I love these, but I did not notice when I bought them, and I don't even know how I could have not picked up on this. I don't know if it's going to show on the. No, it's not going to show. That's a better picture right there. These feet. Somebody made a valiant attempt at repairing the feet on these. If you look at the other one, the one on the right, I believe, is the actual foot. They even tried to do a repair on this one, but I thought they were pretty cool until I realized how bad the feet were. These little pheasant. I want to say they're almost like a pot metal or something. I think I don't know what they were made out of, but they were metal salt and pepper shakers. Finally sold them after probably about, 12 months. I've had these for quite a while. $9.97 plus shipping. Now, you've heard me talk about these RC crawlers, shell body. This one, the last one I sold I'm still trying to figure it out. The last one I sold for about $40, I think, if I remember right. This one I finally let to auction because I just wanted to try to get rid of it and move some of this older inventory. Sold it, put it to auction starting at $5. I think the thing with these crawler bodies, size matters, and I think that if you really want to go out and dismantle some old busted or old broken RC cars, then just to sell the bodies, go for the bigger ones. And I can't remember the scale on the one that I sold, but it was probably twice the size of this one. This one's a 1/18 scale. I think the last one might have been a 1/10 scale. But I think that definitely if you're, and really what I did, and I know John's done this as well, is you pull about 4 or 5 screws and you just pull the body off of it and you sell it. And people buy them so that they can modify their own, their remote control, their RC cars. I've heard that too. And you know what they say about big shoes? They make big money. Next we have, this is the last item I have, just sold today, Bob Ross Master Painter Set. This thing, I'm not really sure if it came this way or not. I sold it for $39.99 plus shipping. I just put this. I believe there is replacement paint, as some lids have white caps on them. For the most part, it doesn't appear to be used. And I'll just go through this. Everything was in great condition. There was some staining on the styrofoam there. But, you know, the brushes all look great. The knife was unused. The small brush up there. But the thing I worry about, I want to be straight up with you. The thing I worry about this is this paint is supposed to be thick. And it is pliable. I squeezed all the paint containers. I just fear that that the buyers don't recognize that the paint's supposed to be thick. That's just the type of paint that he used. But you know, look up comps on these. If you can find these Bob Ross paint sets, and a lot of this crafting stuff, I think does fairly well. I've got another set, not the master set, which this one was a master set. I have the actual basic set up for sale. I think I put that one on for $20 or $30 itself. So we'll see how that goes. So now, without further ado...
What about Amazon?
No, I already covered that I sold some t-shirts.
Okay.
Izzy's going to step up, and we are going to go through her. Let me get back where we were. Uh-oh.
Dad.
Well, sorry. Okay.
Here. I'm going to click.
Just let me get it fixed for you. Okay, we're doing a terrible preview. Okay. There you go, Isabella.
So, these I got for $14, and I put them on auction for $85, and I got that one bid. But we got them.
Was it $14 a set?
No, it was 20. I meant, was it 22 altogether?
Was it 22? Okay.
It was 22 for both of them. We went to Macy's and got them last stacked, and then for $21. But then new they were $105, so I put them at auction for $85.50, and I got $85.50 for. I got one bid, but it includes salad forks.
Do you want to? You can click if you want.
I don't know what there is, but they were brand new.
You're just highlighting over that and it's showing over here. If you click the pictures right down below it, yeah, come down here and click on this picture. Click on that picture. Okay, there. See how it switched?
Yeah. And then, so it came with four salad forks, four dinner forks, four dinner knives, four dinner spoons, and 4 teaspoons. So, did I leave that?
Yeah, let me see the mouse for a second. You've scrolled there. Okay.
But I sold them for $85.50.
So something that Kat told me about, these were bought at Macy's, right? Mm-hmm. And they have their last act sale, which I think is the lowest price that they'll go at the store before what they do whatever with it. And what Kat told us was every store last act is different. So it's not like if I tell you that these are something hot to buy, it's going to be very unlikely that another reseller is going to find it at their store, because every store's last act has a different
price
inventory, or they have different items that they're trying to get rid of. So just something to keep in mind if you're doing a little bit of retail arbitrage. That's what this is called, when you buy from a retail establishment and you try to resell it and make money. The act of buying that from the store is retail arbitrage. So anyway, to your next item.
So I just sold this today or last night. It's one of the dinosaurs from the dinosaur bin that we bought. I'm making pretty good money off of that thing because already I have maybe $89, I think it was, just from the dinosaurs and stuff from that box. So I sold this one for $12.99, and it had some, I think, paint wear or I forgot what it was.
A little bit of scuffing.
Yeah, and discoloring in some places, but then it was either rubber or plastic. But like the head could move, I'm pretty sure, and the arms and legs could. So I sold it for $12.99 with vintage. It was a vintage 1987 play school, definitely dinosaurs.
What kind of dinosaur was it?
Definitely dinosaur.
Parasaurolophus.
Dinosaur.
I'd say that 3 times fast. But anyway, yeah. I mean, we paid $7 for that bin of dinosaurs, and like she was saying, she's made $89 in sales off of that lot. So she's still killing it. She still has a few more lots to put together, but she's doing really well. And that was her too. Miss Rod, I think it's awesome the way you're teaching Izzy to make money. You know, I thank you. And she's having fun doing it. We had a blast the last couple of weekends going garage sailing together. Mom even jumped in the weekend before last. And I haven't got to the point where I can get actual footage at the sales. I end up screwing that up every weekend. So the videos that you'll see are just really our interaction as we go out trying to find things. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. The Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus. That doesn't even sound like it should be a word, but that's what it was. It was printed right on the bottom of the dinosaur somewhere. What other pictures? Oh,
I didn't see that.
But yeah, I would say, you know, I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know if it has. It said it somewhere. Oh, you know, we found it on another listing, I think. This vintage rubber toys, they do pretty well. She sold a shark. If you guys didn't watch that last video we did, I don't know if I can. We're going to transition back out of that. What'd you sell your shark for?
$40. It was like $39.99, I think.
Yeah, she sold a rubber shark from the 80s. On the last video that we did together. We're going to double check and make sure. Sold. See if we can show this. It was $29.99, and I'll just show you what this shark looked like. It still blows my mind that am I gonna be able to show the whole thing? That rubber shark there sold for $30. So, and I bet she gets excited to get a great ROI. Yeah, I mean, it still blows her mind. ROI is return on investment. Do you know what that means?
No.
Basically, we invested $7 in this box, and all the money you make after fees and everything, that's your return on investment. The investment, and then what you get back is the return of investment. Return on investment. But, I mean, yeah, I would definitely say every time you see old rubber toys, the rubber sharks, the dinosaurs, I would say definitely that would be something to be on the lookout for. And just pull comps. If you think I'm crazy when you see these, I mean, she sold 2. She's got, and it's not like she's listing every day. You've listed more the last couple of weeks. But they're just items that have done really well for her. I don't know. I mean, and this one actually went overseas. I think it went to
Okay.
Probably some. We're going to transition back over. Do you want to? I believe it did. You can talk to the crowd while we're.
About what? I'll be right back.
She's gonna leave now.
No,
but anyway, what are you gonna do?
I'll be right back.
Okay, she is going to be. Yeah, I did go international priority, and I want to say. Well, it went. The shark went. I believe it was. It was a French-speaking country, because that's what some of the communication that I had back and forth with them was. I don't know where she went. But anyway, those are our sales the last week or two. Pretty stoked that Isabella was able to participate and show off some of the things that she's sold. Oh, I should just show you. We're going back to my Amazon. You know, I do merch by Amazon, and the only shirts that have been doing the greatest. Don't go out copying my t-shirt design.
I'm sure no one would copy your t-shirt design, Dad.
What was that?
I wanted Max to stay, so I brought some food down.
That shark was 14 inches. It was a hollow rubber jaws. Well, we put the keyword jaws in there, shark. Vintage toy from Hong Kong, Imperial 1983. Here's my my Max shirt. I'll show you. Here's Max. Looks just like him, right? Okay, set him back down.
Oh, we should get Mom that shirt.
So I'm showing off my trade secret. Let me show you the other one. These are they're not jumping off the shelves, but and there's the Shork Adorable. But I sell probably one of those. It's a Shorkie, Shih Tzu Yorkie. I don't know if that's like shoes and RC car bodies, that size matters. But I think it's more the age but definitely look them up. I mean, even those, I never would have thought the Play School old 80s Play School dinosaurs. And you know, it may be because dinosaurs are hot right now with the new Jurassic Park movie that came out this year. Or it could just be that they're old dinosaurs. I made a post today for an awesome bolo in the Resellers Society and told them keywords to use when I listed it. I did see that. That is on the Annabelle Raggedy Ann. And I am going to separate my Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls and try to do that and see if I can get rid of it. I've been sitting on those for probably about 8 or 9 months. Let me see if I'll show you the ones that I have. And I'll tell them this is straight from John at Nevermore Antiques. If you guys haven't been over there, let me see. Okay, John, if you want to post a link to your channel, feel free to. I'm going over and I'll show you what the bolo John's talking about. He put out in the Facebook group. Let me get to it real quick. And I did use the keywords for it. I haven't touched this listing in forever. If you see Tyco Kitchen Littles, pick it up for big profit.
Okay.
This is mine. So what I need to do is get rid of Raggedy, or put a maybe I just got to put a dress on Andy and sell him as a Raggedy Ann. But and I think part of the downfall on this one is it's made by. This one was a pattern made. I think McCall's, or one of them. Yeah, McCall's. You can see it right there on the neck. Had the cutout patterns that you could sew them together for yourself. But and I did put Annabelle in there, but I think I need to dress that up a little bit and change the titles and follow those. Maybe I should switch over. Okay, I don't even remember which group was that in. I don't mind sharing. That was in the reseller 6-pack. Anyway, if you don't know, Annabelle was from a horror movie, and I think it was kind of loosely based on a true story, if I remember right. And this week in reselling, we're in so many groups together. I forget. If you guys aren't a member of This Week in Reselling, definitely that's with Lonnie at Garage Flips, and John at here we go. This was his bolo. This is just an original doll from Annabelle Conjuring movie. That's what this picture is, and put Conjuring and Annabelle in the title, and all of them have these little hearts that say "I love you." I think. Doug, did you post the link? Oh, that's what I should do. Oh yeah, okay. He posted the link on it, so yeah, definitely check out. This is a low key group. Everyone's very helpful on there, and have not experienced any drama in there yet at all, and that, I think that's what I like most about it. I don't know, some of those other groups you get out there and everybody's so full of negativity. I am really pro eBay. I love all my customers. I have not had a terrible one yet. I don't even have wood to knock on. I have had some kind of bad experience, but almost every negative thing that's happened to me on eBay, I would say all but one or two instances was because of my own doing. Most of the returns are because I messed something up. So I just love doing this and appreciate everything that eBay offers and gives us the opportunity to make some money on stuff that we just find, wherever, whether it be in your house, whether it be thrift stores, through online auctions like I do, garage sales, estate sales. Some people are selling stuff out of the dumpster. I mean, wherever you find it. I mean, eBay does give a good opportunity for us to make money. So, yay eBay. Well, that is it for our sales. We appreciate you guys jumping in, and water filters for refrigerators as well. I have some other water filters for air purifiers, but those haven't been too good for me. But I think probably because everybody is selling them because I picked them up on a retail arbitrage deal. So anyway, that is it for us for tonight. Again, thanks for jumping in and participating in the chat, being a part of our evening. I know I have a few more things to list. I actually putting the cable together for the one of those credit card machines. I picked up 2 weeks ago. Last weekend I picked up the cord for it, and I'm gonna put that together and get that on. People get upset about returns, but the question is, how many times have you seen a return at Walmart?
A lot.
I don't know. And you know what? The thing about the returns, I'll tell you, I don't. People can throw out numbers. I think somewhere I looked at a website that some people use as the going rate of 30% returns on online purchases. The problem is what are you selling? I mean, I when you look, if you're looking at it across the board, Amazon's going to play a huge role in that number. And when you have telemarketer or not telemarketer, these online people telling you, buy cheap stuff from Japan or China or from China and rebrand it as your own and sell it on Amazon. I mean, there's a lot of crap product out there on Amazon, and of course, I would like to see, based on platform, what the percentage of returns is. What's the percentage of returns on used items versus new items. I know clothing does have a higher return rate. I was going to see what my return rate is now. The different categories are going to have higher returns naturally, but I don't know, the stuff that a lot of us sell. I think hard goods. As long as you're doing your listings and putting everything out that all your flaws and everything. I'm trying to find out what my returns is. I think you can minimize the amount of turns that you do get. Transaction. Where do I find? Mine's at 2.11, and I will tell you that the highest returns I got was it was really my fault. I'm looking at here. I can tell you each one of them. Jewelry and watches, I got 2 of 17, so that was 11.76%. And that was because I had some cufflinks. I tested them and they tested out at gold, and they ended up being gold plated. I mean, that was my fault. It was because I didn't know what I was doing. I can't remember what the other one was. Sporting goods, a couple of those items. I had a bag, a punching bag, a speed bag that I should have listed for collector's purposes because I didn't blow it up, and they were actually wanting it to be used. All they would have had to do was replace the bladder in it, but it's something I didn't know, I didn't test, so that was my fault as a seller because I didn't do my due diligence to make sure that the item could be functioned if I didn't say it was just for collector's purposes. And then of course 4.4 is on my clothes, and I have other categories. So I can tell you that that I would say all but maybe one of the returns that I've had out of the ones that I have were because of my fault. Lonnie, you jumped in late. We were just wrapping up. I do appreciate it. Again, if I don't know if Shane's still in here. He was earlier. I enjoy. I go there and watch his channel. Lonnie at Garage Flips. You heard me mentioning him a couple of times, specifically for Lonnie.
You have to transition it, Dad.
I know. I'm getting there. Just give me a second. It cut off. Did this? Oh, I'm pulling off his pulling her cell. Okay, you haven't missed that much. We're just pulling it back up for a special showing for Lonnie. Okay, are you ready, Izzy?
Yes.
Do you want to address Lonnie and say, Lonnie, this is special for you?
So I sold a vintage 1987 Play School, definitely dinosaur, Parasaurolophus dinosaur figure for $12.99. It had some discoloring on it, but I think that's the only bad condition. The only thing that was kind of wrong with it.
How much did you pay for these?
We got a big tote, like a big tote, for $7.
That was part of that big dinosaur tote that I started her out with. It was a $7 tote, and
so far I've made $89 with it.
$89 in sales off of that. Then,
I sold 2 Fiesta Wear flatware sets for $85. Knew they would have been $105, but I got them on Last Act at Macy's for $22 for both of them. So,
that was your retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage. I'm teaching her the terminology. This was some retail arbitrage that her and her mom did, and what I mentioned before was these Macy's Last Acts. They're going to be different at every store. So we've gone to a couple more stores to try to find more sets of these, but they're not available. When they're Last Act, they're gone. So anyway, she was super excited about this one, and these actually went. They went priority mail, and this was a good one. Both sets went in a small box, and we used pirate ship for the cubic rate shipping, so it ended up only costing her.
I think I made money on this shipping.
Yeah, you
like
made
$7.
You made a little bit on the shipping because we went cubic rate instead of the calculated by weight. Gonna go now. If any way I can help, just ask. Happy selling and go to space camp. Yes, that's what she's earning for. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. It says our famous dog there, Max.
We have 2 famous dogs
Izzy,
now.
but only Max is on a t-shirt.
You need to make a t-shirt of Charlie. I've been telling you that, Dad. It's not fair.
There is at least 20 or 30 people, I believe, if that, maybe 20 people out there that are wearing t-shirts with Max on the front of it. Did you see what I sold? I did. I saw that. I'll have to go back to that video and show her. He sold the Space Camp spacesuit. We're going to buy Space Camp spacesuits when we go there. She wanted to do family space camp, so of course Mom and Dad are going with her.
Mom's not going.
She will go.
She's not. She's not going, though.
Back in the 80s is when I was dreaming of going to space camp. Anyway, thanks for jumping in, participating in the chat. Again, we will catch y'all later. Hopefully I get some more footage of actual what we're doing. We're outsourcing. I always end up screwing that up. But anyway, this is all a scheme for Rod to go to space camp. Yes. Great show. Scooting out. Gotta go. Maybe if she is short, we can do a special show on MSP auction. She's not gonna. Lonnie says great sales. She's gonna make it. I mean, she also does
ID Tech.
Yeah, well, she's got to save up for that too. ID Tech. She's into this tech stuff, so she does. She went to coding camp this year. Mm-hmm. She's going to church camp in a couple weeks. She's just been everywhere this year. I mean,
and then I'm going to that summer party.
She's definitely spoiled.
Some of it is.
She is. I think it's just at $1,000 for each of us. So she's gonna.
No, it's for a pair.
For space camp.
Yeah, a pair for family space camp is $998.
That's per person.
No, it's for a pair, and then like $500.
We'll have to review it. I think she's telling me one thing that I think is, we're thinking conflicting stories, so we don't know right now. Oh, Lego Robotics team. Is she actually joining the team? Izzy got to play with some of the Mindstorm for 4-H. So she's doing.
There's also a Lego League, but I don't know.
That is so cool. I want some Lego robotics.
We should, if we get it, Dad. We should get Lego EV3 core set and expansion set.
Yeah, I know that's expensive.
That's if you.
Anyway, we're gonna sign out for now. Thanks for again jumping in and hanging out with us, and we will catch you later. Peace out.